Fuck.
Welcome to the 2021 Australian Grand Prix, race 1 of the calendar, and we're off. Actually, no, we're not yet. And it's lights out, and away we go. Racing Point with a little bit of a burnout there in P1, maintaining their position into corner 1. Fury right behind them has taken the Williams taking the inside. Racing Point a lot more speed into this corner right here. Jaguar falling behind a little bit. A lot less power compared to the other cars in this grid. Racing Point and McLaren neck and neck right now through this hairpin. A little bit of the red curb for the Racing Point with going too deep into that corner, so McLaren taking advantage. Playing it kind of safe here on the carousel. A lot of grass for Verse right now, although they have set purple sector 1, McLaren set a purple sector 2. McLaren pulling away right now. A lot of curb usage for Williams and Verse right now. Jaguar pretty far behind the pack at the moment, using a lot of curb on that corner that two others, the Racing Point and the Williams, have used a lot of before. McLaren and Racing Point on lap 2, and the P3 Williams also on lap 2. Pretty evenly gapped race between P1, 2, and 3, about 2 seconds in between all of them. Kid Fury with the current fastest lap in the session, but Racing Point with a little more pace. Purple first sector, a little under 2 seconds behind them. That's a very tight corner right there. McLaren onto the DRS sector, onto the DRS straight. Racing Point pretty close behind them. A lot more speed for the McLaren though, extending their gap. Williams about halfway through the DRS straight, braking. Racing Point extending their gap from P3 to about 7 seconds. Williams falling behind a bit. McLaren through the final turn on the final straight onto lap 3. Versatile not very far behind, setting a new purple lap, less than 2 seconds behind them. Great laps from these two competitors. Williams also on lap 3. Jaguar enters lap 3 onto the first turn, taking the inside. McLaren through this corner. This is pretty tough. And it looks like Racing Point uses a little too much curb, losing their grip, and that gives McLaren an advantage onto the DRS straight for Racing Point. Williams with contact into the wall before the DRS entrance, and he is out of this race. A lot of speed into that left-hander and just lost it, unfortunately. So Jaguar will take advantage of this and will attempt to take P3. A little bit of a wall tap in the same corner where the Williams unfortunately totaled their car, losing their, let's see, not sure which tire it was. McLaren on lap 4. Verse still a little faster pace than them, but still a little over 2 seconds behind them right now. A lot of curb on that exit, but no traction loss, so that was pretty good of a corner. McLaren. A little bit of grass for Racing Point here. McLaren staying very consistent in this race. Jaguar onto this corner right here, finishing up Sector 1 on their 4th lap. Versatile looking to catch up to Kid Fury onto these final corners in Sector 3. Kid Fury on the final straight, starting their last lap. What will Racing Point do here? Looking to catch up. About 2 seconds behind them. Still has the fastest lap in the session right now. But some costly mistakes on some of these corners, despite having a lot of speed. Kid Fury still playing it safe throughout this race. Jaguar looking to finish lap 4 through these final corners onto the final straight, starting their final lap. And Racing Point has lost their front wing. Unfortunately, I was not able to see how that happened. Entering the DRS straight. Looking to finish up Sector 2 after this corner. A lot of understeer, it seems, for them. And with this being the final lap, it looks like Kid Fury in the McLaren will take this one. The first race of the season will go to McLaren. McLaren winning the first race of the season. Kid Fury in the McLaren. Great race all around. Not many competitors here today. They had to leave. And Verse crosses the line in P2 without a front wing, unfortunately. Very tough track. Jaguar looking to finish this one on the DRS straight, looking to finish Sector 2 of their final lap. And they do so. Great showing from Kid Fury and Verse today. Verse had more pace, but Kid Fury did play it a little more safe in this contest. And unfortunately, Youth crashed in the race and had to DNF. Jaguar finishing in P3. And that concludes this race. Kid Fury wins the Australian Grand Prix, and Verse places second, and Jaguar with third place.